Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another video of Yamkela Maya Speaks Football. I don't know where to start. I have no idea. What I've just witnessed, one of the most atrocious, one of the most garbage, one of the most rubbish football I've ever watched played by Mamelodi Sundowns. We might as well just close shop and start a tennis club or maybe a basketball club. That's what we have become. We are now sitting 18 points, 9 games, 1 point behind the club, which has 2 points ahead, 2 points behind us. I mean, 2 goals behind us. We are, how many points we are ahead of Chiefs? We are, I think, 5 points ahead of Chiefs, and Chiefs has 3 games in hand compared to us, because it's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, it's 5 points. So if they play those 3 games and then they win, they'll be sitting on 22. I don't know what to say. I really have no idea what to say. Where is Mamelodi Sundowns is no longer the club which I think it used to, it used to be. This is the second game now in a row that we have let in an opponent score from a set piece, and that being a corner. Second game against Marumo Gallants, it was a corner, but we managed to claw back from that lucky goal from Nazigu Ayan, and then we managed to score those 2 goals from Moreinas and Tashrak Matthews. And the Tashrak Matthews goal was only because Marumo Gallants made a mistake at the back. Like, I would say, like, Marumo Gallants were better than us, but Marumo Gallants did the exact same thing I said they would do. They sit back, then they waited for us to create chances. First half, 40 minutes, we didn't even have one shot on target. One shot. By the time by the time it was halftime, we had one shot, and that shot was not even on target. 45 minutes. 45 minutes, we had one shot, and that shot was not on target. Wow. We had 70 something ball position. Exactly as I predicted. I don't know whether Steve Compel is sabotaging or this guy Michael Cardoso. I think he is, because look, I might forgive Cardoso and say he's not from South Africa. He doesn't even know African football. So he does not know which club is gonna sit back, which club is not gonna sit back when they play against Mamelodi Sundowns. But today I knew, so 100% sure, I'm 100% sure, even Steve Kombela knew that we're gonna have the ball. Golden Arrows are gonna sit back. They're gonna play a narrow backline. They're gonna block the goal post. They're gonna play defensive football. I knew that. All we had to do was to have a proper number 10. That's all we needed to do for the entire game for us to win this game. You can say Mangoba was motivated because he's playing against his former employees. Look, no matter how much Mangoba is motivated to play against us, he's not gonna be the one playing on the field. He's simply a coach. None of those players have a beef against us. None of those players who play today for Golden Arrows have a beef against us. We're not Chiefs, we're not Orlando Pirates. Therefore, playing against us does not motivate you from the changing room. Because against Chiefs and Orlando Pirates, you have that factor that players are motivated from the changing room without even the coach saying anything. Like, what could the point for us to perform like that, the way we perform today? Completely useless, completely rubbish. Like, I think I would have done a better job than those players. I feel like I would have done a better job than them, because I would have went in that field knowing that Golden Arrows is going to play a low block. Therefore, the only thing we need is just to find the good passes, make the run, so that our number 10, number 8, whatever, can find us. You look at our starting 11. From the starting 11, I got, I think, about 2 wrong. 2 wrong, right? Yeah, Ulitlaku didn't start. Instead, we had who's this guy? Jaden Adams starting, and Reynolds didn't start. We had Shalulile starting. Again, it goes back to this factor of Jaden Adams. Michael Cardoso is sabotaging Jaden Adams. You see, after this game, everyone's gonna say Jaden Adams is not a good player. How do you play a flat 3 in midfield against a team which is gonna sit back? What is that flat 3 meant to do? Because for me, a flat three is meant to break the other teams what is this the other team's advancement to our goal post. That's what the flat three is meant to do. If you're going to be playing against a team which is going to play ball just like us, then you need a flat three which is going to be able to hold that attack from that other team. Not counter attack. There's a difference between an attack, a normal attack driving through the midfield, and a counter attack. A counter attack is when teams, they sit back and then they wait for us so that they can attack us, whether in the sides or in the middle. But they'll be sitting back. Then they'll have those players which are pacey. But Marumo Gallants, we knew Marumo Gallants was going to play a counter-attacking football. So why play a flat three midfield? I have no idea, because Marcelo Allende is a pivot midfield. Mokoena is a pivot midfielder, and Jayden Adams is a pivot midfield. None of those players are number 10. And therefore, we played a double eight with Allende and Jayden Adams. Why are you playing a flat three against a team which you know is gonna sit back? Why? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. That's why you see, guys, what I said on the preview. I said exactly on the preview. I didn't even create, guys. I said I hope everyone's having a lovely day. That's why I said in the preview that what did I want to say? Okay, I said in the preview that if you're going to this guy also is sabotaging Shalulile, he's also sabotaging Jayden Adams. But we'll talk more about Shalulile. So you're playing a flat three, but you expect us to create chances. That's why in the first half we only managed one shot the entire game. One shot, because there was no one to create. And how do you play Adams? The only way you must play Adams is if you're going to sacrifice either Mokoena or Marcelo Allende. You cannot play all three. You're playing a flat three against a low block. What are you planning to achieve? What is it that you are achieving? You can play a flat three, maybe if you're playing against Al Ahly, a team which you know is going to come at us with everything. A team which you know won't sit back when they're playing against us. They used to sit back when we had Rulani or this guy who beats Oman Ngoba, but they don't do that anymore now because they believe that we are no longer that strong Mamelodi Sundowns. It's simple as that. You look at how Esperance played against us last season. We were saved by a mistake from the VAR because it could not confirm or deny if we were offside. Other than that, we should have been knocked out by Esperance. We should have been knocked out. You go on Shalulile again. He played Shalulile. Guys, I said this guy is trying to sabotage Shalulile. This guy's mandate is to try to sabotage Shalulile. Is to make us to believe that Shalulile is a rubbish player. He's finished. He has nothing to offer anymore. Because how do you play Shalulile? And then the entire first half, we only had one shot. Who's gonna create chances for him? Someone should create chances for him. Who's gonna create chances for him? No one. And guess what he does? He brings on Nuno Santos, a player which only arrived at Mamelodi Sundowns on Monday, and I'm sure his first training was yesterday, if he did train in any way. He plays him today. He starts him. Then 12 minutes since he had came in, he takes out Shalulile. Because his idea is that Shalulile must not score. Shalulile must not try to prove him wrong. That's his mentality, to cut Osso's mentality. So that's what I'm saying. This guy is sabotaging Shalulile. He might not notice that he's also sabotaging Adams, but I'm 100% sure he knows exactly what he's doing with Shalulile. Why is Shalulile able to score when he plays for Namibia? Suddenly when he plays for us, he can't score. It's simply because at Namibia they know you cannot play with Shalulile without someone going to create chances for him. But yeah, it seems like it cannot get through Mikel Cardoso's thick head skull that look, the only way Shalulile is going to be able to score, let me find someone who's going to create chances for him. Look when we were playing against Marumo Gallants, he played Silas as a number 10, he played Litlaku and Tashaki Matthews on the wings because he wants Reynas to score. He knows the only way for a forward to score, any forward for that matter in the world, you need someone to create chances for you. How the hell is a striker going to score when there's no one to create chances for him? How is that possible? But for us, it seems like it's possible with this guy, with with who's this guy with Mikel Cardoso. Even when Mangoba Mngeti said we're going to playing a 4-3-3 this season, last season, yeah, but I'll say this season because it was that season. He said we're going to play the way of Real Madrid. If you watch how Real Madrid plays that three, they do not play a flat three because they have this guy, Bellingham. Bellingham is a proper number 10, but he will drift in as a number 8. You wouldn't then go and defend again like Jaden Adams. He will just drift in as a number 8, but in natural, he's a number 10. Then he will go forward as a number 10. That's how Madrid was able to play and able to score those goals. They even went as far as to winning the Champions League. Where's that? But thankfully to our coach, Mikel Cardoso, it seems like, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, Jose Riviere, Orlando Pirates former coach, has no job, guys. That's what I want to say. He has no job. So, and I like South African football players. That's one thing I like about him. So, if you guys need a coach to Klopp Motsepe, Chairman Flembeck, that's the guy for us. I believe that's the guy for us because look, how things are going, look, remember one thing. This is what Mangoba was fired for. This is exactly what Mangoba was fired for. We were out in the semi-final because of Stellenbosch. We were out in the finals, Carling knockout against Magesi, and it seems like we were not going to win our group in the Champions League. Then they fired him. Mangoba has already done two. I mean, this guy, Mikel Cardoso, has already done two. Knocked out in the MTN 8, and it seems like Upper League anyway, we're not gonna do well. To lose against Golden Arrows, a club which I call our 6-pointer. We lost against them, guys. We lost against them. Nothing. There's nothing one can say. We lost against this guy. Against these guys. I want to hear what is this press I mean, what is this post-match conference? What is he going to say? I want to hear his post-conference. What is he going to say? I really want to hear him. And then you go forward to his substitution. He bought off Shalulile for Mtobi. He bought off who's this other one? Osales for Nuno Santos. He bought off who else? Kipedu. Okay, Kipedu was injured for Mvala. I hope speedy recovery, but it doesn't look something like good. It seems bad. But we will see. We'll hear probably by tomorrow or by the end of the week. But hopefully it's not that bad because look, I feel like this guy was one of those players who are going to have a shout out to go to the AFCON and to the World Cup next year. So we'll wait and see. Yeah, guys, that's all I wanted to say regarding Mikel Cardoso's complete disappointment. Look, I'm not disappointed. I said we would win the game 1-0. It ended up being reversed because I no longer have any hope with these guys. No hope. Hope is gone. Hope is finished. Yeah, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button to be notified once a new video has been uploaded. I'll probably upload something later today, something better if any news comes out, or tomorrow, because look what have just happened. It's completely utter disappointment. I can't even put into words how disappointed I am. If this was not a channel, family channel, I'll probably be saying words which are not meant to be said. Like, if I could speak my heart out, I'll probably land in big trouble. So I prefer to not say anything. That's what Mourinho will say. I prefer not to say anything. Bye, guys.